The mysterious man in the chair. His appearance and mannerisms give off the vibe of Ozwell E. Spencer, which we've done a video on. If he were to be Spencer, how could he have come back? Here's some of our theories as to how. We obviously know Spencer was nearly at the end of his life, with his body taking a toll on him due to his old age. He ultimately ended up dying by Albert Wesker piercing his chest. But here's where it gets weird. Spencer always gave off a man of caution and assurance, where if he felt threatened and needed to take care of something, he'd do it at any means necessary to stay in power and preserve his secrets. His mannerisms and the way he spoke to Wesker felt as if he's still hiding things, but at the same time he kind of sarcastically gave himself up to Wesker and accepted his death.
A new superior breed of humans, given birth by the progenitor virus. The Wesker children were entrusted with endless potential. Of them, only one survived. You.
Are you saying I was manufactured?
I was to become a god. Creating a new world with an advanced race of human beings. However, all was lost with Raccoon City. Despite that setback, your creation still holds great significance. Now my candle burns dimly. Ironic, isn't it? For one who has the right to be a god. To face his own mortality.
The right to be a god. That right is now mine.
He mentions to Albert that all was lost with Raccoon City. What that truly was is up for debate, but we feel that he had a backup plan in case anything went wrong, which it did. Wouldn't be surprised if Ozwell cloned himself, or froze another version of himself like Walt Disney did before him. He must have known that time was moving fast and his old body would eventually give out, which he does mention in his personal notes, pretty much stating that time is forever but the human body isn't. He needed more time, but that was something he didn't have. What better way to try again from his past mistakes and try to have his memories and mind in another body to continue where he left off? Even though his original body is gone, he'd awaken in his new body. Weirdly similar to Alex Wesker, where she killed herself and awakened in her new body, that being Natalia. Because for Alex, she needed more time, yet her illness wouldn't give her any more time. So why not start anew? Literally.
Ozwell knew things no one else did, only he understood himself. His ideology strikes me as a man who would always find a way to get closer to his goal, the right to be a god among men, a god among an elite group of humans. He definitely had some sort of backup plan. What if Spencer injected himself with the prototype virus so when he'd be killed, which he expected by the way, reversed and brought him back to life just like Albert Wesker did? Whether Wesker wanted to admit it or not, I feel he was still somewhat puzzled, or maybe even feared Spencer, who looked him in the eyes, still wanting his goal to come true. Spencer knew Albert would come for him, and I know that made Wesker weary. In the new trailer for RE9, we have a better look at the man in the chair. We can see a prominent scar running down his chest, with a large, almost deepened gash in the middle of his chest, in pretty much the same region from where Spencer got impaled from. Let alone he somewhat acts and looks familiar to Ozwell E. Spencer as well. There's also another theory we have, and we think that after the fight with Albert combating Chris and Jill, Oswell's body that is laying on the floor got picked up and taken by Spencer's most loyal servant, Patrick, who we can find many notes of in RE5 Lost in Nightmares. Prior to Wesker's arrival, Spencer relieved his servant Patrick from his duties, which is not the kind of man Spencer is. Even Patrick was confused. Why didn't Spencer just kill Patrick? Why have him live? Just because he was dying anyways? I still feel like Spencer would have taken him down too, just to preserve his secrets per se. Patrick was super loyal. He expressed his devotion to Umbrella and Spencer profusely in his notes. I feel as if Patrick remained at the mansion and somehow took Spencer's body. Patrick could even make an appearance in RE9 still being loyal to Spencer. Maybe he could even be the hooded man for all we know, fulfilling his duties till the very end. Another theory is that, what if the BSAA took Spencer's body? Chris would have still been in the room post Jill's sacrifice. Knowing that the BSAA has been pretty shady since nearly their conception in the early 2000s, but more so in recent years. I wouldn't be surprised if they somehow had a hand in Spencer's resurrection somehow. Look at RE8's ending with having BOW soldiers that look like Chris, and probably other people too. Regardless, Spencer's hidden secrets will be revealed, and his presence will always linger throughout the franchise forever.